dumb fish in a river. They are actually very smart, and just realizing and appreciating, nature in its all. How much growth I had in that time period was amazing to me. Looking back on it, like, you know, but but for me, if I was to like focus on becoming a better version of myself quickly, I would say that nutrition is the first step for me. Fixing my gut. I feel like the gut
Mhm.
is your first brain, and that allows you to control the monkey brain. And so I wonder if you agree with that. It's like I don't know if y'all have the same troubles over there on the other side of the ocean there with different stuff being included in your food, different ingredients and things that dumb you down. But I feel like once you control your nutrition, it allows you to control your other brains. And I feel like our heart
Mm.
is our true brain, and this
Mm.
thing up here is just maybe a pain in my ass sometimes.
Mm. So your brain is using you.
Yeah, until you get a hold of it.
Yeah. So I believe that all of us are different and that
Yeah,
makes us unique and all
yeah.
of have different challenges. I myself believe that when you refer to the God that is second brain, I believe that you're saying that you are overwhelmed with emotions that are taking you places. And when you mention that when you have been on this river, the river itself is very yin energy and alcohol is very yang energy. So when you
Mm,
confronted them, they became in balance. And actually, all illnesses, all in faulty programming comes from imbalances from the body and the organs. If there is imbalance in the liver, there will be anger and there will
mm,
be other emotions that will impact our way of thinking and feeling, and it relates to every organ that we have within. So one of the way is eating right for your body, but what we
mm,
think is right is not always the case because
mm,
it's our thoughts telling our stuff that might not be even accurate. What I believe is that food is an outer alchemy. If you are truly healthy, because your inner alchemy is very healthy as well, and the energy is moving without any blockages from all major acupressure point to the next one, you can
mm,
pretty much eat anything you want
mm,
because it is just food. But many of us have those blockages, and many of us have those blockages because they unconsciously have created them, like putting the restrictions on their food. Like, I can only be healthy if I eat this and that. And it happens to many people that they put those restrictions. Like my mother does that very frequently. She says, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and she's gonna eat it anyway. And she
mm.
programmed her food to be dangerous for her. And
Right.
well, you get what you saw,
Mm-hmm.
you reap what you sow. And this is very similar that it's an internal faulty programming that might be from our ancestors, from the society, from the TV, which programs us like nothing else before. And those intrusive thoughts, those negative suggestions impact our well-being. And then we think, in order to be healthy, we need to do this and that. And the truth is, we need to provide the minimal amount to our body, minimal amount of movement, of spiritual things like meditation or prayer, and minimal amount of food. And then the body will be able to process any hallucinations or pollutions from the environment and actually strive, because the human body also evolves. If we would have the same bodies as we would be living in the 20s, we wouldn't be able to cope with the amount of pollution that is currently in the food, in the air, or in our mind as well, being bombarded with content from every different direction to the point that we consciously cannot cope with that. So there are many ways you could reach your goal, right?
Yeah.
But who am I to say that one goal is better or worse, or this journey is better or worse? If
Mm.
it works, and that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. And glory may this road, may this goal, may this possibility be serving you, and light and peace to anyone in your environment, so you can share this love to as many people as possible.
Mm. Yeah. So, so as we kind of wrap up here, uh, you know, I like to ask, people that write, what, if you ever write another book, what would it be about?
I have few books that I want to write. Some would obviously be about my Shaolin and esoteric Tao aspiration, knowledge, and learnings. What I learned that allowed me to transcend the limitation of my body, mind, and soul. The other one, I actually have a title. It would be The Sinners of the Third Club. It is about my experiences using psychic gifts when I was feeling as an odd one, and I had a group of friends, and all of them have been very powerful psychic, to the point that things that to a regular person would be impossible, would be crazy. For us, it was bread and butter, and it was how we perceived reality. That would be another book. And I would also like to write a book how the mind is programmed and how you can escape those faulty programming to live the best life you can possibly have. So yeah,
Yeah. 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 I'm kind of on the same page with you on the third one. I'm thinking about forming something here soon, similar to that. But you do have, I think, a book or a free book or something on one of your sites.
I
If you want
did.
to talk about it.
It was something that I wrote some time ago. It was about very fast manifestation, but I had taken into consideration that for that type of manifestation to work, you would actually need to be very advanced for there to be no side effects to
Mm,
your lifespan, because it is a trap that many people fall into when they do methods that are outside their reach, that they are using their own lifespan to manifest, and
mm,
that is
mm,
creating so much friction, because for that to happen they need to be in alignment with the universe. They have to need their all channels open so they can channel the cosmos within, and that is something only a few have in this plane. So the first point would be actually to open those channels. So I don't really want to mm, market that book. From
mm,
the free resources that I recently done is a freebie to see if you're an empath or not, and what type of empath are you. Is it physical or is it emotional? Just to name a few types, and not to overwhelm you with emotion, because sorry, information, because eventually it is all the same that you are able to feel and attune yourself to the energies and frequencies of the universe. And once you start developing yourself, more and more gifts will be given to you, as you will be able to handle them.
yeah, I understand. I've occasionally dipped over to the other side there and pulled more than I should have. Um, so I would like for you to also talk about, do you have any networking events, products, inventions, offers for the audience to promote? And how do they get in contact with you? What's your best way to get in touch?
So hopefully you can see in the left top corner the QR code, which is for my Facebook page and which is for
Okay.
my website, from which you can get in contact with me. And I usually work with highly sensitive people just like me because I have them very close to my heart, because I know what they have been experiencing, and I experienced it myself. I have been in the battlefield getting the scars, and I know what works and what doesn't because I've tested it on myself, and I have been able to find ways to thrive. And now it is my mission to help those with similar challenges so they can thrive as well and have a very beautiful existence and life on this plane during the time they have here. So if you are one of those people that are struggling with setting boundaries, with being overwhelmed with energies, with being burnout, with the fact that you don't know how to cope with your empathic gifts or your psychic gifts, I believe that I could be a guide to you on this journey to ensure that you are well taken care of and that you can thrive in absolutely no time at all, and to ensure the channels, the pathways in your body are opened as well, so you can attune to the universe on much deeper level, so you can get what you want without actually moving. And that is possible. I am a living example that it is possible because I myself have been very anxious, overwhelmed with emotions, couldn't cope with social settings, and now I'm in Thailand having a blast and meeting wonderful people, having amazing experience and living life to the fullest. So if I can, why you shouldn't can? So just message me and we will do what's possible and even what's not possible to bring you to your highest frequency so you can live that amazing life. And thank you for listening.
Andy, it's been such a pleasure. I've really enjoyed this chat. I'm sure whoever sees this now or in the future is going to find little nuggets of goodness here. And I'm just so blessed to have this time with you. I appreciate you for your time and coming today. And I hope you enjoyed your experience on Optimum Ideation as well.
Tim, believe me, the pleasure is all mine. I believe you are a fantastic human being.
Thank you.
You're doing what you're supposed to do. So I tip my hat to you. And
Thank
I
you.
think you're in the right place, in the right time.
Thank
And
you.
I'm also in the right place in the right time. So it
You
was a
too.
blissful experience.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Stick around. I'm going to end the show and I'll be with you here in a second.
After 40 people